So let's talk about the GBA licensed training partners. There are currently 9 training partners listed on the website. You can see them there. And some of the names will look very familiar. Armand is on there. Gerard is on there. I'm on there as Better Me, Better We. Gerard is Common Sense Solutions. So we have a blockchain summit in Colorado. They're good friends of GBA. So we have a lot of training partners that have the ability, the capacity, and the license to provide training. But we always are looking for more. And there is I'll talk about this in the future of the GBA, but it's always a challenge to find qualified training partners that have the qualifications and have the hustle. This is they're not paid to do this. They get commission on whatever they train. So it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of promotion that takes place. Unless you have some kind of machine in place already. So you have to really kind of put the work in to get the folks in your class. And we'll talk about that, but we scrub the list every 2 years or so, and we sit down and we say, have you heard from this training partner? Have they attended any of the calls? Have they sent any emails? We may shoot an email to say, you still interested in being a training partner? And we want to keep the list as accurate as possible, because if someone wants to reach out to get training, we don't want them to click on a name or a company that's no longer really engaged with GBA or engaged in blockchain training, because that looks bad for us, right? So we want to make sure that the information we put out there is fresh, it's current. There will be some follow-up if there's any contacts from anyone interested in taking training through GBA. This is just a screenshot that right now tells you how to become a licensed training partner. I mentioned the MOU, which is also called the Training Services Agreement. So that's the link there. I mentioned the Blockchain Consulting Series Handbook. So that's the link there. So we try and make it as easy as possible for them to access the information. They won't have to email me or Gerard or anybody else. They can actually find it online, fill it out, and shoot it back through the process we have, the automated process. And that way, everything is much faster and much more efficient. So training partner fees, I mentioned how we always are looking at fees. So because of the pandemic, what we decided to do, which ends the July 31st, is to eliminate the fees to become a training partner during the pandemic. So it was $3,000 to become a training partner, and you paid $1,000 for each course that you're licensed to train. So that would be an initial $4,000 cost to anyone that's interested in being a training partner. But to try and incentivize for the first year. So to incentivize training partners to join GBA and become part of our training organization, we eliminated it for the first year. So that's $4,000 in savings. Now, one of the ways we promoted this was, through, people that we actually train, and, through webinars that I've done, and through, talking to blockchain organizations where, hey, listen, become a GBA training partner right now. It's the best time to get in. That has not been as successful as I was thinking it was going to be. In part because, like I said before, there's a certain level of experience to require to being a good training partner. You have to be comfortable training, and you have to do the hustle. I mean, if we were paying them to do this, then of course we would get flooded with, requests and with applications. But, because it's a hustle, because it takes a lot of work to actually get the people in the class and teach the class and then do the after class work. We're not getting the type of interest that I thought we were going to get. So that means that we got to figure out how to change things around to make things more attractive to training partners and future training partners.
Hey, Eric.
Yes.
I just put a link. I just put a note in the chat. If anybody wants to, when you're done, if anybody wants to ask questions or make comments, to join the Zoom link. So as soon as you're done, let's we'll
Yeah,
have,
when I'm done with my slides, I'll just come off full screen and then I'll see what's out there.
yeah, and then Jordan can let him in, and you can recognize whoever wants to ask a question or make a comment.
Okay, so I mentioned the handbook and the training service agreement. Right now that we're updating the handbook. The legal group and the financial group provided their updates. The legal specialist course was the holdout, mostly because of the DC Bar Association. But now that that's been improved, we can actually now put the expected content into the handbook and publish the latest version. And also the training service agreement version 1.5 has been finalized, and we need to post that on gbaglobal.org. If you go there now, you see version 1.0, but we're already in 1.5. So those will be both updated on the GBA website very soon, which is good news for training partners because you don't have to contact me or Gerard. You can go right to the site and you can pull it down yourself.